overtimes, 6 overtimes a few years ago. I know one of my buddies, he was in the top row of that Cotton Bowl. Too cheap to buy water. He almost died.
That's his polite way of saying shut dead board. If you ever hear a director say dead board, that's a polite way of saying everybody shut up.
Gorgeous night for football in McCalla, Alabama at McAdory Stadium as Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. It is a battle of Region 4 and Class 6A as the undefeated Yellow Jackets of McAdory host the Golden Gophers of Hueytown. Hello, everybody. I'm James Verretta along with R.J. Burns. R.J., this is a situation where we've got two teams that are undefeated. We need to wear suits because this should be a battle of the hunter and the hunted.
Yeah, in this case, I believe Hueytown, they're definitely the hunting because their record, they may not have the best record, but at the same time, they won consecutive region championships. So we know what they're capable of doing. So tonight, we're going to see what they can do tonight.
And our Tamron Hyundai Hoover keys to the game for the Hunters, it is McAdory. They need to make sure their defense is playing well, but for Hueytown, they have to focus on their defense too.
Yeah, Hueytown, it's important that they have good outside containment, and they also need to identify Carter Fagan at wide receiver because he's very explosive. And for McAdory, you need to continue discipline play and do all the little things that you need to do to win. But it's important for the offensive lineman to be aware of number 11, Keegan Horn, because he's very explosive on the defensive line.
He is an explosive player for Hueytown. Both teams have explosive players. Make sure you stay tuned because when we come back, we'll have the coin toss and get you ready for kickoff. It is the battle of the unbeatens in region play. It is the Yellow Jackets, Golden Gophers, Friday Night Rivals will continue after this. Time now for our Shops of Grand River coin toss. And looks like Hueytown has won the coin toss. And it looks like they want to, let's see if they want to receive. Looks like they do want to receive. Remember, Shops of Grand River save even more at Birmingham's only outlet center. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Austin Pratt. Austin.
Guys, I got the opportunity to speak with both coaches before the game on the 50-yard line as they were kind of, going through what this game would look like. I asked them how they felt about it, and they said this is a matchup that usually doesn't give them any trouble. Just some good football out here today. That's what they're expecting. Now, we know the success of McAdory, and we know what to expect from Hueytown defensively, but we'll have to see how it shakes out here tonight, guys.
All right. Thank you so very much, Austin. And as you can see, Arvia Holmes in his 5th season with the Yellow Jackets. As we get you ready for kickoff, we'll once again be our friends at Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union with the kickoff. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFCU.org. Alan Rosales with the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and taking it at the 1-yard line are the Golden Gophers, trying to find some room to run, can't, and a good open field tackle as it was Anton Witt on the return, but the Yellow Jackets were right there. And let's take a look at the People's Bank of Alabama starting offensive lineup for the Golden Gophers.
Yeah, led by Jaden Powell, quarterback, 0 Anthony Robinson, number 2 Kobe Coleman. They also have 51 Gage Patrick, 72 K Hauser, and 62 K Morse Stewart.
And that offensive line is trying to make sure that they have gelled at the right time because they're going up against a stingy defense in McAdory. Jaden Powell is the signal caller for the Golden Gophers. And we've got one more guy trying to get on the field, and that's Jaden Bennett for McAdory. Now they're ready to go. 3 wide receivers set. They're going to try to keep it on the ground, and they do find some success. Second and third effort, and he falls forward. Looks like he'll be close to a first down, and that's A.J. Robinson with his first carry of the night. Let's take a look at that stingy defense for the Yellow Jackets, brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama.
94 Ezekiel Anderson right there, nose tackle. 30 Tyreek Bates at linebacker. You also have 15 B. Belleton, E. Ellington, and 27 Ja'Cory Gaines. Also have Trey Blandon at free safety.
Second down and short, keeping it on the ground is Robinson, and Robinson has enough with the second effort to get a first down, the first down of the game tonight. And for A.J. Robinson, Coach says that he is one of the talented guys, and they are actually tweaking their offense a little bit to try to cater to his specialty.
Yeah, as you can see on his first 2 drives, young man's been very powerful. He's getting a lot of yards for the first down, and he's running his feet like a good running back does.
And this time he goes nowhere fast as Terrion Anderson was right there to pull him down. Robinson, part of this senior duo with Jaden Powell as a senior and Robinson himself as a senior. No gain on that play brings up second down and 10. Now they'll go with a bunch with 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 flanked out on the far side. 9 seconds on the play clock. They need to get the play going. Quintel Jackson now splits out. Finally gets it off just in time. Powell, quick throw. Reception made by Kamar Eaton. And Kamar Williams-Eaton makes the reception. And they will be short of the first down, but it was a good passing catch.
Yeah, Kamar Eaton was very patient. The quarterback was very patient in the backfield. He knew what he wanted, threw the ball to the receiver, and he made a great catch in traffic right there.
Kamar is one of their leading receivers. He's their go-to guy when they're trying to find a receiver in space. Third down and about 4. Once again, Robinson finds a hole, and he's able to get his second first down of this drive.
Yeah, Robinson, a young man who they are very confident in. Obviously, it's showing in his run game. He's getting downhill. He's running behind his offensive lineman, and he just got another great first down right there on that play.
That's a Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down. Remember, they have 4 locations, and if you mention Friday Night Rivals, you get 10% off your order. Right from the 38-yard line, and now we have stoppage of play. So a false start. And for Coach Holmes, that's not what you want to see from your offense. They've been able to really, for Coach Patterson, check it. You see Greg Patterson in his 7th season. He has an outstanding region record, and that's not what he wants to see from his offense. Quick flare pass out. Reception made by Kobe Coleman, and Kobe's able to get some of those yardage back. Good tackle by Braylon Ellington.
One thing about this McAdory defense, they know how to find the ball, and once they find the ball, all hats get to the ball, and that's the kind of thing that they emulate on their defense. Everybody gets to the ball, as you can see right there they did on their last play.
Once again, they say no gain, so now it'll be 2nd down and long. 4 wide receivers out there for Powell to see if he can get the ball to him. Eight seconds left. They're really churning this play clock. Here comes Powell. Got some room to run, and the long-legged quarterback gets some negative yards back and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Powell didn't like what he see when he was going through his progression, so he said, I'm going to take off. He got a few positive yards right there, but he has long legs, and he showed it right there on that play. But a good quarterback like that just live for another down and take the positive yards.
He stands about 6'2", 6'3", about 185 pounds. So they had to make sure they had the down marker correct. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 10. Jackson will go in motion down to the near side. Powell. Nice throw, and it was almost intercepted. It was in the hands of Caleb Gosha, and Gosha just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, Gosha was right there in the right spot. You see right here on this play, he was right there in the right position. He just couldn't hang on to the catch, and he was in the right position. But if he would have caught that, that would have been a big play on the first defensive drive right here.
Gosha already has 1 interception on the season. That could have been his 2nd. Jesus Sosa, who handles all the kicking for the Golden Gophers, is back to punt. High snap over his head. Can he get the ball off? He does. Great job by Sosa. Still dynamic field position for McAdory, but Sosa turned a negative into somewhat of a positive.
Yeah, wow, look at this play right here. I mean, he almost didn't get it off, but he got it off right in time. Even though he didn't get the punt that he wanted, he was able to get some type of positive yards. But in a case like that, you're just glad that he got the ball off.
Smart play by Sosa. He did not panic.
Wow.
And he got the ball off. Let's take a look at that McAdory offense that has been outstanding, brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama.
They're led by their quarterback, Justin Patton, along with the running back, Kwan Johnson. Had number 4, who's an explosive receiver, Carter Fagan. You have number 13, Jamarcus Sam, 75, Brandon Walker. You have 74, Josh Halsey, and right tackle, number 71, Caleb Canty.
This is a team that can do both. They can run it or they can throw it. Going to start off by throwing it. Patton has some time. Going to throw long. Has a receiver open and in and out of his hands. Carter Fagan. Oh, my goodness. It was right there.
Yeah, that's one of those things that we know that pregame in our keys, you have to be you have to make sure that this young man, you have to be aware of him at all times.
Let's take a look at that defense for Hueytown, brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama.
Yeah, number 11, Keegan Horn, defensive lineman. Number 9, Donovan Moore. Also have number 3, Telly Sims at linebacker. Number 21, Amari Davis at DB. Number 10, Jaden King at DB. You also have number 14, Anton Witt as defensive back as well.
2nd down and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. High snap, Patton able to bring it in. Now he throws it sidearm and just short. His intended receiver, Marcus Briggs.
One thing about this quarterback, he's very smooth going through his progressions, but if you give him right amount of time, he's going to make the right throws, but you have to create pressure on him, because if you don't, he's going to continue to throw the ball like that all night.
And you see Quan Johnson, their all-everything running back. This young man runs hard, has 10 touchdowns last season, has 4 so far this year. 3rd down and 10. Still have Johnson in the backfield along with Patton. High snap. They're going to give it to Johnson. Johnson finds some room, and this is what makes Johnson dangerous. Kwan gets a first down and more inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line, make it the 16, and this is why this young man is special.
Yeah, you take a look at this play right here. He's very patient. He saw the ball. He gets up, gets downhill, and one thing about him, you have to tackle him. You have to get him in open space, because if you don't, he will continue to make explosive plays like this all night. So you have to identify him as soon as he gets the ball.
And for the first time tonight, and they spot him outside of the 20, out down to the 22. That's where we'll have 1st and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. Giving to Johnson, and he finds a way to get out of that hole. I mean, he just goes into a pile of humanity and gets down to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's very physical, and one thing about him, he's not afraid to contact, and he's not afraid to run downhill. So once he gets going, you have to make sure you stop him, and all hats literally have to get to the ball, because if you don't, it's going to be a long night.
2nd down, and call it 7. Patton getting some pressure, stutter steps, and now he's off to the races. Has enough for the first down, and eventually brought down at about the 10-yard line. And that was Anton Witt on the tackle. Now we're in the Window Whirl red zone. And remember, Window Whirl is one of the keys to enhancing your home here in Central Alabama. They redefine performance and value, setting a new standard in how you live and work in Central Alabama. We do have a player down with about 6:27 left here in the opening quarter. And that looks like that is Mr. Anton Witt. And he's up, and that's a good sign. Looks like he may have got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
And that's always a scary situation, because when you get your wind knocked out of you, you're trying to breathe.
Mm-hmm. But you can't, though. So
you're like, what is going on?
You had to take a moment to get yourself together.
Yes, and good to see him back up and on his feet. So now the Yellow Jackets are looking at a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Oh, here lies the Gophers. Oh, so we see some tombstones here in the month of Halloween. Patton and Johnson in the backfield. Carter Johnson now in their jumbo lineup. They're going to give it to Quan Johnson, and Quan is in for the touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. The first one of the night for the Yellow Jackets.
Very smooth right there. He took the handoff, and he did a great job of getting downhill right behind his offensive lineman. See right here on the inside zone, took it. He followed his big man, pulled right there around the guard, and he got right in the end zone. Really punched his way in the end zone right there.
And remember the City of Bessemer touchdown. See why they call it the Marvel City. With growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools, Bessemer, Alabama, opportunity lives here. And that was Quan Johnson taking the opportunity with a 9-yard touchdown run. And that's Hector Rico with the point after attempt. And it's good. 6:09 left to play, and McAdory, the Hunters, with the 7-0 lead. a construction theme going on at McAdory, and they constructed a great short yardage drive, able to get the first score of the night here on Friday Night Rivals. Now, Alan Rosales, once again, for the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one will go into the end zone for a touchback. So Hueytown will take over for their second drive. Jaden Powell was able to have some success, but the drive stalled. They had some negative yards on penalties. They were forced to punt.
Yeah, they have to find something right here in this next drive right here to see something that'll work for them once they get in the rhythm. I think once Jaden Powell gets going, this offense can do some things that they probably know they can do tonight.
Quintel Jackson now in the backfield. Going to go with an option to Jackson. And the defense was able to go right there and corral him. He may have gotten 1 yard on the play. Good job by McAdory's defense to read that one early.
Defense was all over there, right there in the toss right here, tossed it to his running back. But once they seen him have the ball, they had a good job of coming downhill and flying downhill. But also everybody was all over the tackle, and that's what this defense credits themselves about. They all get to the ball.
And that was Braylon Glover who had the initial hit on him. And also Jamal Jackson was in on the tackle. Second down and long. Sidearm makes it. Reception made by Colby Coleman, but he doesn't get much there. It's a third down situation.
In the third down situation, and right now you have to get a play that's going to get going. That last play, he caught the ball, he had great hands, but once he didn't have enough positive yards in order to get the first down.
Third down, we'll call it 4. It looks more like 5. 4 wide receivers set now for the Golden Gophers. And a flag. Looks like we may have had a little movement there going on.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains third down.
That pushes them back. Coach Holmes wants to see his defense continue to stand strong. So now looking at 3rd and 9. Once again, staying with 4 wide receivers. A.J. Robinson back in at running back. In the backfield along with Powell. They send Coleman in motion to the far side. Powell with the rainbow throw, and the receiver goes out of bounds. And here comes Patterson. Coach Patterson's like, what's going on?
Wow, what a big play right there. Coach Patterson, he definitely wanted a flag right there. But one thing about this defensive line on this last play, they created great pressure, and it really forced the quarterback to throw the ball downfield. And they had done a good job of putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And that was Ja'Cory Gaines there on the coverage. And Coach Patterson's just beside himself. Sosa. This time he gets a better snap, and he gets the ball off. And he'll continue to take a Hueytown bounce. And it touches the leg of number 42. And it's marked dead right at the 36-yard line. It is McAdory with a 7-0 lead. You're watching Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. Stay tuned. Greg Patterson in his 7th season with Hueytown. I know he wanted to get a pass interference call, but even with something like that, the pass was completely out of bounds. So now his defense will have to step up and see if they can hold this McAdory offense. 1st and 10 from the 36. Patton throwing long, looking for a receiver. Oh, off the head of the defender. Wow, what a play. And that was Ja'Cory Steele there on the coverage.
Yeah, that was great double coverage right there. But one thing I know about this quarterback, once he's read his progression, he wants to go to the explosive receiver all the time. Right there, double coverage. The ball bounced off the back of the helmet of the defender right there. So that was just great coverage by the defense on that play.
2nd and 10 now for McAdory. High snap. Oh, Patton can't find anywhere to go. I mean, he stutter steps, and he's finally corralled and brought down. Good tackle there by Donovan Moore.
One thing about this last play, he didn't get any negative yards, so he stutter stepped and didn't know where he wanted to go, but he was still able to get a field, maybe just for a little positive yards. He didn't get any negative yards in that play.
3rd down and long now for McAdory. Trying to see if they can go 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions with 3 wide receivers on the near side. Patton flare out to Davis. Darian Davis, he's trying to get out of one defender's hands, but there are a host of others right there to finally bring him down. Amari Davis and others right there with the tackle. And it looks like Davis is just a yard short.
Yeah, Amari Davis, the defender, did a great job of seeing this play. He saw it, and he was able to get off the block, but he also made the tackle right there on that last play. Came downhill.
Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. Also, it looks like Patton's trying to draw Hueytown off sides. Gives it to Davis. Davis has a 1st down and more. What a spin move there. He goes into Gopher territory, and he's off to the races. 2 men. He's dragging him inside the 10 down to the 5. What a run.
Wow, that was an explosive run right there. I mean, Darian Davis is very explosive on the outside throw right there. Once he got past the 1st level and 2nd level, he was off to the races. He was dragging defenders right here. As you can see on this play right here, he got the ball right there on the outside run, leaped over the defender, kept his feet going, and stiff armed one guy. It just kept going. A very explosive run right there by Darian Davis.
That may be the most impressive run we have seen so far this season. A Salvatore's 1st down, and they are also in the Window World red zone. Davis still in at running back. Most movement there, and Carter Fagan, oh, man, I know he just wants to get away right now.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
And Coach Holmes has a dynamic duo in that backfield with Johnson and Davis. Moving them back 5. Giving it to Davis. And this time, everybody can sniff that one out. And that was Telly Simmons there to make the tackle. Less than 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Second down and goal. Now Patton's trying to make a adjustment to the call.
Timeout.
And
McAdory.
McAdory calls their 1st time out of the game. They want to try to make sure they get this call right. And time now to take a look at our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. There they are. There's the McAdory student body. And they're all in construction gear. Make sure Children's of Alabama, all for your one. There's a smile. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, she's got her smile going. She's like, hey y'all, look, I'm on.
They might have heard you.
Now see, he's looking like, wait a minute,
why the camera on me?
Yeah, why they on me? I don't know what's going on. So hey, you can tell mom and dad. See, I was at the game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
all right.
School spirit tonight.
And she has her own megaphone. Yes, our smile cam, always a fan favorite. 127 here in the opening quarter. McAdory looking to get their second score of the game. They're undefeated overall, but Hueytown with 3 losses in non-region play, but they're undefeated in region play, and they have an outstanding region record. We'll get to that a little bit later. So now 2nd and goal. Carter Johnson in the backfield along with Darian Davis. And now they're going to go a little bit bigger. They're bringing Jalen Turner in, and he's going to split out more like a tight end. Keeping it is Patton. Patton bounces off one, and he may be short. Looks like he's about a yard short of the goal line, but a good run by Justin.
Yeah, quarterback keeper, it looks like right there on that last play, he almost got in the end zone, kind of buried his way through there, truck one defender, but just a yard or 2 short of the end zone.
Trying to get the play call from the sideline. Now everybody's moving into position. Okay, now they know. Clock continues to run, less than a minute to play. Johnson in motion. Give to Davis. Davis slides and slips. Does he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. Second one of the day for the Yellow Jackets. The first one of the night for Darian Davis.
Yeah, Darian Davis definitely slipped in the end zone right there. I mean, he's just a player that he's very explosive. When he has the ball in his hand, you have to know where he's at. And he's going to try to find that end zone every play. You see right here, kind of slipped and stuttered right there. But once he got around that corner, he got into the end zone for an explosive touchdown right there.
And now point after attempt by Hector Rico. And this one is no good. Good play by the defense, and now Darian Davis and Kawan Johnson both with rushing touchdowns. And even though it's not raining or sunny, they still got their shade. There's Davis right there. Get some well-deserved rest after being a key part of that drive. And there is that McAdory student body. And look at that school spirit. They are saying under construction. They've been trying to construct an undefeated season. And so far, they're halfway there at 5-0. So once again, another time for a Alan Rosales kickoff. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Let's see if he can make it back into the end zone again. And this one is a touchback. Once again, Witt at 1 foot in the end zone. So now Hueytown has their work cut out for them, a 13-point deficit. And it seems as though the last drive was worse than the first drive.
Yeah, you take a look right here at this last, you see right here, this throw out to the Darian Davis right here, and he just bounced off defenders after defenders. He was very relentless, and he's just doing his thing, man.
Spin move, leaped over somebody, and was able to drag 2 defenders at least 4 yards, and finally able to scoot his way in the end zone. Our Fortis Institute drive summary. Wow, keeping it on the ground. A.J. Robinson says if 2 guys can do it, I can match both of them. That was an outstanding run to give them a first down. Another Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down, move the chains.
Yeah, there was a big hole right there by the offensive lineman. He was able to get through first and second level, and once he got there, he was able to get more positive yards, and you hope that they can continue to do that all night and open up holes for these running backs.
Ball out to the 35-yard line. Powell, nice throw, and good coverage by Jordan Hawkins. He's able to get a play, but a late flag flies in. Whoa, wow. All right, let's see what the official call is. So he throws it, and all right, now he didn't turn his head. Let's see what the official call will be.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on yards, down counts. It'll be second down.
Wow. What a change of events. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense.
The unsportsmanlike conduct foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
Okay, now that sounds more like it. Yeah. And I think it was the celebration that Hawkins had after he made the play.
Yeah, the play like that, Hawkins, you got to be smart. You made a good play, just live for another down.
All right, and with 6 seconds left, this should be the last play of the first quarter. Flare out, and Antonio Porter able to get the reception. Now, some of the defensive players are saying his knee was down when he caught the ball. But that should end the first quarter, and it does. We've had an outstanding offensive output by the Yellow Jackets of McAdory. Got all their fans hyped up. Another Salvatore's Pizza break. And remember, Salvatore's Pizza, you can get 10% off your order. Just mention Friday Night Rivals. They have 4 convenient locations in Hoover, downtown 280, and their new spot in Chelsea. Stay tuned. We come back. We'll have the second quarter right here on Friday Night Rivals. The Hueytown fans are cautiously optimistic that they may be able to dethrone the reigning region champions in Hueytown. Second down as we have the first play of the second quarter. Robinson keeping it on the ground. And the ball comes loose, but he was already down when the ball came loose. That'll bring up a third and about 5 yards to go. That's Jaden Bennett right there, making a big play. He plays that jack linebacker position. He just drags him down. All right, here we go. Third and short. Powell comes in from the sideline with the play call. Give again to Robinson. He stutter steps on the side, and depending on his forward progress, he may have enough for the first down. McAdory wants it to be fourth down, but it looks like he may have enough to move the chains depending on the spot. Oh, no, They say it's fourth. Oh, it's fourth and inches. Just shy of the 40-yard line. So now they're trying to make some personnel changes. Bringing in some bigger linemen. Kingston Carter, one of them. And here we go. And Robinson gets enough for the first down. And he goes out of bounds. And he'll get another Salvatore's first down. And they'll move the chains.
Good smart play right there on the fourth and inches. I mean, they didn't do nothing. They just get the ball. They needed positive yards. Direct snap right there. Went to the right. And he got just enough yards for the first down. So that was a very great, smart play by the offense of Hueytown.
When you're down 13 points, are you even extra deliberate in order to make each play count offensively to try to get your first score?
Yeah, I think you're just trying to do everything right, the little things right, and just try to continue to execute at a high level and don't do nothing special. Just continue to do what you have to do.
But this young man is special in A.J. Robinson, and he spins around and gets down to the 30-yard line, and he's starting to feel it a little bit.
Yeah, one thing about A.J. Robinson, he's very physical, and he likes to get downhill. Once he sees his hole, he's going to hit it. And one thing, when he hit it, he's going to hit it with speed and power. That's a good thing you can count on for Anthony Robinson.
Now, second and short. They need to get inside the 30 to about the 28 for a first. Once again, Robinson on the carry. And he stretches out, but still a little short of the first down. That was Braylon Glover there on the tackle.
Yeah, Braylon Glover was all over that tackle. He saw it. He got off the offensive lineman, strike the shed, got off, used his hands, made a good form tackle right there.
All right, so looking for another third down conversion. So far tonight, Hueytown is 1 for 4 in third down situations. Oh, no, this time, second effort. Look at A.J. Robinson. He was hit behind the line, and he pushes it forward to move the chains again.
One thing about A.J., he's very physical. He's going to get down here. He see the hole right there. Thought he was going to get stopped right there, but he pushed his feet and got more positive yards right there for the first down.
Deleon Chambers had him in his hands and just got off. Salvatore's Pizza, first down. And they're inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. 14 seconds left on the play clock. And here come the Golden Gophers. Powell looking for a receiver. Flare pass, and wow, what a hit. Kamar Eaton makes the catch, but he pays the price.
Yeah, Kamar Eaton right there. It was a great catch, but once he got around to the end zone, the defender read it, got downhill, and put a nice little hit on it right there. It was very patient. Quarterback rolling out. He finds his receiver.
And what a play there by Jordan Hill. He just lays the leather on it. Second down now and short. Powell got some room. He could throw it or run it. Oh, man, I think he made the wrong choice, but there's flags. There were 3 defenders in the area trying to cover Eaton.
Yeah, Powell right there. He had enough time, and the offensive lineman gave him enough time to go through his progressions. He rolled out. He seen what he wanted, and he threw it, but it wasn't a good completion right there.
Pass interference. To go to the first down.
So it was pass interference. So Hueytown continues to march on as Coach Holmes for McAdory is trying to see what he can look up to help his defense out. Now they're in the Window World red zone for the first time tonight for the Golden Gophers. Four wide receivers set. Robinson in the backfield with Powell. Keeping it is Powell, and this time Powell doesn't go anywhere fast. Good tackle there by Jaden Bennett. He was right there on time.
Yeah, Jaden Bennett was all over there. It looked like he knew the quarterback wanted to keep the ball, so he read it. See right there, he kept it. He was all over there. Once he seen the running back didn't get it, he was all over the quarterback right there. And what a great tackle, and way to use your eyes and know where the ball was going at that moment.
So do you think that it was smart for him to be patient and wait for the quarterback to make a decision rather than just going in there full bore and just blowing the play up?
Yeah, that was a good play for him to be patient because, I mean, if the quarterback wouldn't have pulled in running back, he would have probably tackled the wrong person. So he was very patient. Once he seen the quarterback pull it, he was able to make the tackle, and he was right there all on the tackle.
We do have a flag.
Play or sportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty. The down counts. Second down.
So now it was the Golden Gophers who have an unsportsmanlike at the wrong opportune time and pushes them back out of the red zone at about the 25-yard line. Coach Patterson obviously not happy about that. Four wide receivers set now. And we're ready to go. Three seconds left on the play clock. They get it off just in time, but Coach Patterson did not like what he saw, and a timeout was called by Hueytown. We'll take a timeout with them. They're trying to be deliberate to see if they can get their first score of the night. Standing in their way is a pesky McAdory team. Stay tuned. Student body wearing the right clothes for our school bus stop of the game. And that'll be our defensive play. That is the best defensive stop. And remember, it is the law that drivers always stop for a school bus when the red light stop sign is flashing. Pass goes out to Kobe Coleman. Reception is made to bring it third down and goal. Clock continues to run. Hueytown has had, this is their longest sustained drive so far tonight.
Yeah, one thing about this quarterback, if he have enough time and he has the right protection, he's going to make a great play. We've seen that all night. He just has to have the time, but he also needs the right protection.
Powell throwing into the corner. Catch is made. Oh, catch is made. Touchdown. Kobe Coleman. What a play. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. The first one of the night for the Golden Gophers.
Good throw and good catch. And the point I just referenced to, if you give him enough time and protection, he's going to make a great play. And this is a perfect example right here. He's going through his progressions. He looks downfield, and he make a great throw, and the receiver made a great catch right there for the first touchdown of the night for Hueytown.
And he bobbles it and makes the play, secures the football. That was good, strong defensive play there by Trey Blanding. Kick is up, and it is good by Jesus Sosa. So now with 7:07 left to play here in the second quarter, we've got a ball game, and the Golden Gophers, who has, since Coach Patterson has been the coach, they've been 38-3 in region play. The last loss they had was to Hillcrest Tuscaloosa back in 2023. Let's take another look at the touchdown.
Yeah, right here. He's going through his progressions. He looked like he knew he wanted to go to. The offensive lineman gave him some great time in the pocket, and he was able to just make the play he wanted. And you have to do that as a great quarterback.
So now Hueytown back in business. Another opportunity for a Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Sosa to do the kicking for Hueytown. High but short kick. And it's returnable from the 10-yard line. And a good open field tackle there. The returner was Jamari Harris. And good tackle there by Hueytown. And let's see if McAdory can extend this lead again. They've been able to score on 2 consecutive drives. So now we'll see what Justin Patton can do. Here's Quan Johnson, the running back. And so far tonight, Quan has 3 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Patton's going to flare it out to Johnson. Now Johnson has some room to run, and he's able to turn it into some positive yards. There's a flag as we had Jacoby Smith fly in to make a play, but it looks like we may have a hold. And let's get the official call.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
I don't know much, but I can spot holding.
You see it holding.
Yeah. Mr. Briggs may want to try to get away during film session. I hear that's louder than a scream when they have the clicker and they just reverse it and show it. Reverse it and show it.
And it's kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, when you get in the game, you think about their film session when they're going to keep rewinding and going back. You're thinking, I do not want to be the spotlight of the film session here.
All right, so looks like we're trying to get. Here we go.
There's no foul on the play. No foul on the play.
So now we'll look at appears to be 1st and 10. And right now we're having a meeting of the minds with our officials. And they're trying to get it right.
Yeah.
Looks like they got it right up. They're moving it back to where the actual reception was made. Let's see what the official call is. So now will it be 2nd down? And everybody's trying to make sure they get it right, and there's Coach Patterson.
Coach, like, I need an explanation.
Let's see what we can do. And coach is just beside, like, wait a minute. right, second down. Here we go. McAdory on the drive. High snap over the head of Patton. He may need to fall on it, and he does do the smart thing and fall on it. After all of that time, I think the center was just a little bit too excited.
Oh, yeah, that ball.
And he just throws it over his head. Josh Halsey, I know he wants to have that snap back.
But Patton did a good job of just falling on the ball, not trying to do nothing fancy, but just might as well just take the negative yards and fall right on the ball.
See, that's when I think is a play where the quarterback needs to get under center.
Yeah.
After all of that downtime, now you're looking at third down and very long. They're going to give it to Johnson, and Johnson goes nowhere fast. This may be a momentum swing as Telly Simmons is fired up after making that play.
Yeah, Simmons was all over that tackle. I mean, he knew, he read it, he came downhill. It was a good linebacker coming downhill, and he just met him right there in the hole right there. That's what you want is a good linebacker. Somebody who can come downhill, who is very physical, and make the play.
That was a beautiful tackle. So punting situation now as Alan Rosales comes on for the Yellow Jackets. And this is a cruiser of a punt. And it's down right at about the 48-yard line. And let's see, do we have another flag? And it looks like we may have some other laundry out there.
During the kick, sideline warning on the kicking team. First warning of the half.
Okay, so they have a sideline warning. And a lot of times what happens is if that referee does not have a clear lane to run and he trips over somebody, whoop, whoop, there you go. It's going to be a warning.
Yeah, and they like to have that sideline running room on a special teams play like that. So I think that get back coach has to be on his job now, get everybody back.
Now McAdory defense with 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Going to see if they can keep Hueytown out of the end zone. Robinson in the backfield along with Powell. Now they send Jackson in, and he's going to try to do a halfback pass. He's trying to find some room to do something. Now he's abandoning the pass, and here comes Quintel. He's on the run, and he's able to get a first down, and he gets slammed into the fence. Oh, my goodness. That was dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
He gets slammed into the fence by Dedrick Scott.
Wow.
And this was a broken play that Quintrell was able to make something happen. Boom,
very
right
dangerous.
into the fence. And he broke the fence.
Wow.
After the play was over, have a personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Penalty, first down.
And Dedrick Scott may have to sit on the side with the coaches. I mean, he, as they say, he took it to the extreme.
Yeah, he definitely did.
This is a Salvatore's first down. They are in Yellow Jacket territory, and this may be a momentum switch. Powell got some room to run. He's going to run it. And he's able to get some positive yards, and he looks like he's close to a first down. And we've got another flag all the way back at about the 32-yard line.
During the play, holding, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
And that's a hold, negates the run by Powell.
You see right here, you see the hole right there in the backfield. But one thing the quarterback does is he can make plays with his legs and his arms. He don't have the right read he wants for his progression. He's going to take off.
So instead of being second and short, now it's first down and about 20. Give to Robinson. Robinson gets some of those negative yards back. Gets inside the 30 to about the 27. And A.J. Robinson just keeps on churning. So far, he's got about 10 carries, about 50-plus yards. So now they bring in an extra tight end in Keegan Horn. Robinson. And Robinson this time is corralled, but he's able to gain 1, possibly 2 yards.
Yeah, Robinson, I mean, he didn't get a lot of yards right there, but he was very patient. He took what the offense gave to him. He followed his offensive lineman, and he was able to get some positive yards right there. Both guards pulled, so he was able to get behind both of his big offensive linemen and just get what was given to him.
So now they're looking at 3rd and 13. And they've got 3 wide receivers spread out. Powell throws, and his receiver just goes down. Looks like the turf monster was able to grab on to Keegan Horn.
Yeah, the turf monster was definitely right there, but I think if the turf monster didn't grab him, that would have been a great catch by Keegan Horn. I mean, he was open, and it was a great catch. The offensive lineman gave quarterback enough time and great protection, so would have been a great catch if he was able to hold on to the football.
Now it's 4th down. Let's see if they're going to go for it. Looks like they will. And with 5 wide receivers. Powell with time. Now he's going to run it. And he has some room. He gets enough for the first down on the dive. Great play by Jaden Powell.
Wow, Jaden Powell, that was a great dive right there. I mean, as you see right here, I keep saying it, but if you give him enough time and give him enough patience right there, he didn't like directing traffic a little bit. Then he just takes it and run. And right here, he just dives right here on this play right here. What a great run and a great dive by the quarterback, Powell.
Salvatore's first down with 3:14 left to play. And now they'll finally move the chains, and we're looking at 1st and goal from the 10. What could have been disastrous and giving the ball back to McAdory. Now they're 10 yards away from possibly tying this game, and they're back in the Window World's red zone. And it looks like they may have run out of time, and there's Patterson right there, and he's a little bit upset. And coach is not happy.
Timeout, Hueytown. Their second charge timeout of the half.
We'll take one with them. When we come back, we'll see if McAdory's defense can have a goal line stance, or will it be the Gophers burrowing their way to tying this game up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Drum & Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Cameron Hyundai Hoover. And yes, coming up at halftime, we'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime. We'll have highlights from here and across the country, interviews with the school administrators, and a whole lot more. Make sure you watch the Avadian Credit Union halftime show.
All right, he's got 2 left. They didn't reset the play clock, so he's got 2 left.
And we're ready to go. Play clock is now running. And we're looking at 1st and goal from the 10. Robinson in the backfield along with Powell. Powell's going to throw it into the corner of the end zone. And yes, Quintrell Jackson was interfered with. That one was pretty easy. Ja'Cory Gaines is saying, no, me, no. Yes,
they love to say that, but it looked like he wanted the backside fade right there, and clearly you can see he ran right into him.
So it'll get half the distance, if I'm not mistaken. That'll move them down to about the 5-yard line. .310 left here in the opening half. McAdory came out and scored 13 unanswered points in the first, and Hueytown has held McAdory scoreless here in the second. The Golden Gophers able to score 7.
Pass interference on the defense. Repeat first down.
So half the distance to the goal, and they get the repeat first down. That was a win-win for the Golden Gophers. Direct snap opportunity for A.J. Robinson. He's going to get it. Slide, and second, third, fourth effort. He is just a yard short. The black shirts of McAdory were right there to meet him.
Ball. Hey, go, hold up.
And Johnson is saying, hey, let's do it again.
Right. Saying, feed me, coach. See right here, he direct snap right to him, and he's going to punch his way. His feet keep running. He don't want to go to the ground, but he's been running hard.
So now 2nd and goal from about the 1.5 after that long, strong run. And into the end zone goes A.J. Robinson for another City of Bessemer touchdown. And just like that, we have a tie ball game.
Wow, they found their way into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. And I think on this last drive right here, they found some momentum. They found what works for them, and they found something that they can do, and it led them back into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight.
Good job by A.J. Robinson. Now he's on for special teams for the point after attempt. What is he doing? He's the snapper. Wow. A.J. can do it all. Kick is up by Sosa, and it's good. Now, see, that can get you a scholarship.
Yes.
Sosa with the kick, but A.J. Robinson goes from scoring the touchdown to being the deep snapper.
Yes.
Outstanding.
And it was a nice snap at that.
And see, he may get some calls now.
Wow.
Because people are like, wait a minute, you can do this.
Then you turn around and snap the ball.
And you can turn around and snap the ball. Yeah. That takes some talent. So now, after trailing 13-0, the Golden Gophers have a 1-point lead with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the opening half.
Yeah, I mean, they just did everything good on that last possession. I mean, they were patient. They protect the quarterback. They were able to get some positive yards on the ground and in the air. So who knows they can come out and do. I mean, that was a very good drive right there.
And remember, after the game, we will have our Drummond Company Player of the Game. And this Drummond Company, they always show appreciation for an outstanding teacher. Go to abc3340.com/Drummond Cares and nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. Now, at Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Kick is short, returnable, and there we go. We've got a return, Marvin Sanders, and he's out of bounds, but in Golden Gopher territory. Great return by Sanders.
He had one man to beat, and the kicker, he did his job. He got him out of bounds.
And he's just a sophomore, an outstanding return for the Yellow Jackets. And let's take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring summary. Took 7 plays, 51 yards, and A.J. Robinson with a 1-yard plunge into the end zone. Take another look.
See right there, he was setting the ball up, and he's looking to go downfield, but he just eventually directing traffic and takes the ball and running. He dives right out of the end zone right there. In a direct snap right into the end zone, plunges his way into the end zone.
Not bad at all. This time Davis doesn't get much, but we do have a player that's slow to get up for McAdory. 2:13 left here, and it looks like Cornelius Cheverst, the junior, is holding that leg.
Hey, you could go to that end.
And he may have got a cleat in the shin. That hurts.
Yes.
That way, if
Any kind of cleat along that shin bone.
you know what I'm saying, Austin?
My son calls it his funny bone. I'm like, nothing funny when you get hit in the shin.
So what I'm saying is you can stay down there and he can bring the head coach in. That's what we
But
do.
he's 7. All of that's fun for him.
That way to say you're trying to run through.
Now they're working on that leg.
Yeah, there's wood sitting on it.
And now he's like, okay, I don't think it. Oh, yeah, he can get up now. And good for him, he's able to walk off. So now we're looking at 2nd and short, 2:13 left to play. Check that 2nd and long after a 1-yard gain.
Hey, Austin, if there's a sheriff, can we get them to get off that lift?
Looks like we're ready to go with 3 wide receivers on the near side. Patton and Darian Davis in the backfield. They need to get close to that 30-yard line marker. High snap, quick throw, able to find a receiver, and Fagan's first reception of the night, but he is quickly wrapped up and brought down. Good, strong defense there by Traylon Thompson.
Yeah, Traylon Thompson was all over that, and they're doing a good job of identifying Fagan. I mean, he's an explosive receiver, but they've been covering him well all night, and right there, that was a good form tackle right there by Traylon Thompson.
Now, they have him listed as a linebacker, but he can, a defensive lineman, but he can play a little bit of everything. So now timeout is called, 3rd down, and if you're McAdory, this is decision time, and remember, this is a Jefferson County timeout, Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. Overdose can be something that can happen anywhere and anytime. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app. You can go on your Google or Apple stores. It is the Jefferson County Department of Health OPI Rescue AL app. So now 3rd and long for the Yellow Jackets. Davis cuts back, tries to get some positive yards, but he goes nowhere fast. Jeff Garrett right there to bring him down amongst others.
Yeah, number 24 right there, he did a great job of not giving up on the play. He initially cut in, wanted to make the tackle, didn't quite wrap up, but he did a good job of not giving up. He came back and eventually made the tackle right there. That was a good job of trailing the play.
So now 4th down, the Golden Gopher defense, lack of a better term, they have built a dam outside of their goal line, and the Yellow Jackets have not found a way through it. And I think this is one of those where act equipment coaches call. What do you think, RJ?
Yeah, I think McAdory right here, you're 4th and probably 6 or 7. I think you just try to get a 1st down, whether you run the ball or you throw the ball. But in my suggestion, I think you just you've been very successful all night running the ball. So I would keep the ball on the ground, just get enough yards for a 1st down right here.
And that is our Act Equipment coach's call. Remember, they sell compact construction equipment, riding lawnmowers, tractors, and so much more. They trade and sell. Act Equipment. 4th down. Bringing the pressure. Patton eludes the pressure, gets inside the 30. He stretches it out. He stretches it out and able to get a first down.
Was very patient right there. He went through his progression, seen nothing was open. He just took the ball and got enough right there for the first down. It's a good stretch right there. You see right here. He gets snapped. He's looking and looking, sees nothing. Oh, then he takes off, and he was able to get enough right there for the first down. It was a good stretch right there by the quarterback. Way to be aware.
Another Salvatore's first down. They're inside the 30 to about the 24-yard line. Give to Davis. Davis slides, and he goes down. And he's right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, now he's saying it's his cleats.
Yeah,
okay, somebody better come with some better cleats.
Slipped right there.
Hey, my cleat. Well, you got to change your cleats. As they say, don't just think about it. Let's make the change. All right, here we go. And the fans are enjoying it. It's 2nd down and long. Back into the game is Quan Johnson for McAdory. Patton's getting some pressure, and Patton goes down. And that'll be Donovan Moore who'll get the credit for the sack, along with Kingston Carter.
Defensive line did a great job of getting pressure right there. It looked like the running back was trying to step in and block, but that defensive line did a great job of just creating pressure and getting right there to the quarterback on that last play.
So now 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground is Johnson, and here comes Quan Johnson. And he's able to get a first down and more. Keegan Horn was able to bring him down, but now it is the Yellow Jackets in the Window World red zone, and they may be able to get a chance to regain the lead with 6 seconds left.
Good run back there, Quan Johnson came down here, trucked one defender, tried to stiff arm another defender, but he didn't quite stiff arm him, but that was a great explosive run coming downhill.
And now it'll be Alan Rosales for a chip shot field goal. Rico Jemison to hold. Kick is up from the left hash, and it's good. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, it is a 2-point lead for McAdory. And Alan Rosales able to get that field goal under his belt.
What you call right there. That was a very clutch field goal right there with 6 seconds left to go.
So now with 2 seconds left, if you're McAdory, do you kick the ball out of bounds intentionally, or do you squib kick it on the ground and just let it run, so as soon as somebody touches it, you may be able to get those last 2 seconds off the clock?
Yeah, I would definitely do a squib kick, but I'm trying to kick it far, but I'm also trying to let it get on the ground as soon as I can. So as soon as someone does touch it, the clock continues to run, and it just takes it on to the half.
So now McAdory calls a timeout. I think that's a smart move to get everybody on the same page. And once again, it is a Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. Overdose can happen at any time, anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPP Rescue AL app. So now for Coach Holmes, he's got to make a decision. Do you want to kick it deep, let your defense hold for one play, or do you squib it and hopefully you can run out of time?
I think whatever decision he makes right here, it has to be a smart decision. I mean, you don't want nothing that's going to cost your team, but at the same time, you also want it to be a smart decision and not nothing that will cost you.
So now 2 seconds left here on the first half clock. Rosales will handle the kicking. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And now we're ready to go. Kickoff from McAdory. Oh, the up back, he fumbles it. The ball is loose. Wow, that was a very, very dangerous play. Kamar Williams-Eatman was able to recover it, but that ball was loose.
Wow.
And the up back just couldn't bring it in. And wow, it was just one person. If Caleb Gosha was able to control his body, it wouldn't have happened. But that will end the first half. What a first half.
Wow.
And let's go down to Austin Pratt. Austin.
Coach, in the game here, anytime you guys need it, it's the run game that's been there. Is that something you knew coming into this matchup, or is it something you're taking what they gave you?
No, our guys are doing a good job up front, man, and we're getting some good looks in some different formations and kind of taking advantage of it a little bit. But they're really good up front. You know, coming into it, I was thinking we're going to have to throw it around a little bit to try to move the ball, but my offensive line is doing a really good job, so we just got to keep it up and stay away from some of those penalties.
Had a huge momentum shift in that second quarter, it seems, even ending with the squib almost recovered there with maybe a little bit of time on the clock, almost. How do you feel going into the second half here? What's the key to keeping this energy going with your team?
I think on defense, we got to make sure we don't give up the big play, and then on offense, we got to just keep getting first downs. Keep getting first down. Don't get behind the sticks. We can't have 3rd and 15s and all that stuff. So keep doing that, and I think we'll be fine.
Gotcha. Good luck, Coach. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach Holmes. Thank you, Austin. This has been a rather entertaining game. 2 undefeated teams in region play are doing battle to see who will be supreme in their region. And right now it's McAdory 16-14. Stay tuned for the Avadian Credit Union halftime show.
You're watching the Avadian Credit Union Halftime Report. No matter your financial need, Avadian is here to help make it happen.
I'm here at McAdory Stadium as the Yellow Jackets have a 2-point lead over the Golden Gophers of Hueytown. The band for Hueytown is performing, but we do have a very important guest representing McAdory. Austin Pratt, take it away.
Guys, I've got McAdory High School Principal Andrew Reed with me here today. And Andrew, just tell me a little bit about, football here, right? And the crowd here, the atmosphere in the stadium. Like, there's so much to talk about, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is what high school football is all about. And, here in McAdory, we have a great crowd. Friday nights are a big deal, and it's just exciting to have a great football atmosphere.
Yeah, and I know there's, football's fun, but there's so much more to that when you talk about McAdory. Tell me a little bit about the academics at the school.
Yeah, it's been a great year this year. You know, when I walk in classrooms every day, I see kids learning, engaged in what's going on, and really I just want our kids to be successful in whatever path they choose. And so just really excited about what we got going on there this year.
Yeah, definitely. And what about the culture, the community, the spirit in the town and the school?
Yeah, you know, it's a great community to be a part of. McCalla, we got a lot of great folks here, and just the spirit of what we do here is just infectious throughout the community. And so it's really, really fun to be a part of it.
I definitely will, Andrew. Really appreciate you taking the time with us today. Your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage will be right back.
All right, stay tuned, and let's go down to Children's of Alabama, who has a special message.
We're talking about ATV safety with Dr. Jennifer McCain of the Emergency Department here at Children's of Alabama. Dr. McCain, how common are ATV-related injuries?
Yeah, they're actually relatively common. In the country, they say that about 4 kids every hour are seen for an ATV injury across the United States in the ER. Here at our ER is the number 3 cause of kids needing to use our trauma bay, where they're needing to have critical care given emergencies.
So definitely something that people need to think about before they get on an ATV is that there is the risk of injury there. What should they consider? What are the steps they should take, things they should do before riding an ATV?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the main thing that people should be aware of is that these are big vehicles that have a lot of power and require a lot of skill to operate. So experts recommend that kids under the age of 16 not be driving these. So when kids are on these or adults are on these, safety needs to be their first priority. Think about how they can be careful with them. Number one, above anything else, there should never be more than one person on ATVs that aren't designed for multiple people. Having an extra rider can be very dangerous. Number 2, helmets are definitely recommended for anybody who's riding an ATV or other wheeled vehicles like that. ATVs are all-terrain vehicles, but even though it says that, they really should not be on paved roads. Paved roads are one of the most dangerous places for these to be. We see a lot of serious injuries happen when people are riding these in the streets because other vehicles aren't looking for them. They're not aware that those can be very dangerous. We also want to make sure that people use the right size vehicle. Little kids shouldn't be on an adult-sized ATV for sure. Those are very dangerous places to be.
A lot of good advice about some of the precautions to take. When you're on the ATV, anything you should try to avoid doing to make sure you stay safe?
Yeah, great question. So again, multiple riders, it definitely puts things at risk. We've seen adults riding with little kids on there, toddlers, young kids, and while it may seem like a safe thing to do because ATVs are so commonplace these days, we know for sure that this is not a good idea. Kids can easily be thrown off the vehicle. So definitely be careful with having multiple passengers. The second thing is when we have multiple passengers on, a lot of times it's teenagers and they're goofing off and playing around and being silly. So that's another reason to keep multiple passengers off. But also, we want that reckless driving erratically, speeding, those things put things at a much greater risk as well. And then also driving these at night makes a lot greater risk because you can't see this terrain around you. So we want to be careful riding at night.
Very important to take precautions when using ATVs. For more information, go to childrensal.org.
Welcome back to the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. McAdory up 16-14 over Hueytown, and right now is the Hueytown marching band. Let's take a listen. But I'm telling you, it was great. Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Avadian Credit Union halftime report. No matter your financial need, Avadian is here to help make it happen.
And it is the McAdory Band of Gold performing, and their Yellow Jacket team has a 2-point lead over the Golden Gophers of Hueytown. James Loretta along with R.J. Burns. And R.J., what we saw was a tale of two quarters. One quarter dominated by the Yellow Jackets, the other quarter dominated by the Golden Gophers.
Yeah, the second half, Hueytown, they just did everything. They had some great plays offensively, on the ground, and in the air, and they found the momentum. They had a rhythm going, and that's what you want to see from a team like that. You want to have something that's going to help you and keep you going at a momentum, and they did that right there in the second quarter.
Well, it looks like the team that's being the hunted in Hueytown, they had to step up big because they took those first couple of punches, stepped back, and then they were able to find their bearings.
Yes, after those punches, they responded in a nice way. They said, we might take some punches, but we're going to battle back, and we're going to fight back. And we've seen it. It was some penalties, but they also had some nice drives right there in the second quarter. And I know they're going to have some good halftime adjustments, so we're going to see how they're going to come out and respond here in the second half.
Are you surprised by the way that both teams have been able to effectively run the football?
No, I'm not, because I know both teams are very explosive. We already know McAdory. They have some great running backs along the quarterback, but at the same time, Hueytown, their running back, when they have those snaps and direct snaps to the number 0, he's just dominating, being very physical, running downhill. So not really surprised by either team.
Let's take a look at our highlights, in which it was dominated by McAdory in the first half. Kwan Johnson able to find the end zone with a 9-yard touchdown run. And then you see Agent Zero, Darian Davis, with an outstanding run, one of the best runs we've seen so far this season on Friday Night Rivals. He gets close to the end zone, and then eventually he finds it with a 1-yard rush, and that makes it 13-0. But here comes Hueytown, and Hueytown finds the end zone. Kobe Coleman with the pass reception. And then, once again, their quarterback has done a great job of finding ways to keep his team in the game. And Robinson finds the end zone. He's also the deep snapper on the point-after attempt. And it was Rosales with the field goal that got the Yellow Jackets right back into it. So it seems as though the Yellow Jackets said, hey, we are still on the hunt. as we take a look at our halftime stats, outstanding, because it looked like it would be heavily in favor of McAdory, but Hueytown has definitely come back, and they lead in the total yardage.
Yeah, you see Hueytown, I mean, they have 101 rushing yards. They also have 48 first downs, and that's real. I mean, they have 48 passes, but for the total, you have 149. But you look at McAdory, they have 124 rushing yards, and as you can tell, they're being very explosive. They've done some good things, and for total possession, I mean, you just look at Hueytown, they're leading with 14 minutes and 10 seconds versus McAdory at 9 minutes and 50 seconds. So both teams are doing some great things. You look at the numbers-wise.
When you look at the first downs, how important is that as far as the team staying on the field and keeping an opposing team's defense on the field for a long time?
Yeah, first downs are always important, but you look at Hueytown, they have 14, and I mean, they had a lot there in the second quarter, so that's a big factor right there. So I think that is important, but McAdory has to get more first downs as they continue to play this game here in the second half.
Do you think the Yellow Jackets need to try to invest more in the passing game? Because they only got 11 yards total in the first half passing the ball.
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, they got the receiver, so I think they should open up in the second half right here. They're doing some good things running the ball, but as you can tell, they have an explosive quarterback and they have an explosive receiver, so they could come out in the second half and try to put the ball in the air just a little bit more.
All right, and stay tuned. We'll have more of the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. 2-point lead in this key 6A regional matchup. Stay tuned.
Experts at providing air conditioning, heating services in the Birmingham area. Win South Credit Union. Soak up the sun and watch your savings grow at Win South Credit Union. And Freddie's.
Hey, mic check, mic check. Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Thank you.
Closed captioning is brought to you by one. Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air. We'd like to take a moment to thank our Friday Night Rivals pregame sponsors, Air Experts. Experts at providing air conditioning, heating services in the Birmingham area. Win South Credit Union. Soak up the sun and watch your savings grow at Win South Credit Union. And Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Every steak burger is cooked to order with your choice of toppings and served just the way you want it. Check out the Freddy's app for details.
We got a coach coming over now.
And the band is wrapping up, the Band of Gold. And that is the McAdory High School Marching Band. They're putting on an outstanding performance. Hueytown's band also put on an extravagant performance here at McAdory Stadium. Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has the coach for Hueytown. Austin?
Coach, a little bit of back and forth in the first half there and talking about scoring. A little crazy towards the end. What are you guys going to be doing as far as managing the momentum or emotion in a game like this?
Well, there's always emotion in a big game like this that a region championship could be on the line. We just got to quit making mistakes and take care of ourselves. and we should have our opportunities if we'll do that.
And headed into the second half here, what are the strengths that you guys are going to lean on to come out with the win here tonight?
Well, the old coaching cliche, like we've got to run the ball and we've got to stop the run. We've got to do a better job of containing the quarterback where he can't get loose.
Thank you much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach Patterson, and thank you, Austin. As he says, it's cliche, but they got to run the football, and that is key in this game, rushing the football, because both teams have been able to do a good job running the football. When you take a look at the stats, you've got Anthony Robinson, Agent Zero, with 61 yards. The Agent Zero on McAdory's team, six carries, 59 yards. So both teams have found ways to run the ball.
Yeah, and I think Coach made a great point. He realized what he have to do, and that's what a good coach do. I mean, they know what they have to do, but at the same time, I think they should execute it now here in the third quarter. I mean, that's probably what they did in the locker room. They were to do some great halftime adjustments and see what they need to do to get better, and I think they should be able to execute it coming out here in the third quarter.
And for the Hueytown fans, what do you think they should expect to see from their team outside of trying to run the football?
I think Hueytown, they know what their team can do. They probably expect some explosive plays right here in the third quarter and the second half. I mean, they've been here before. They know what they can do. They know they have some playmakers. So now the teams, all they have to do is just come out and execute. I mean, they know what they did wrong. They know what they did well in the first and second quarter. And now this is the second half right here. So you have to be dominant right here.
As you can see, the players are stretching, trying to get themselves loose because they know it may be a track meet. Telly Simmons is one of those guys. As you see the McAdory band trying to go back into the stands. A very nice crowd tonight. Great weather here at McAdory Stadium. And even when I was driving in, the rivalry was there even in parking. The lady said, "Are you from Hueytown?" I was like, "No." She said, "Oh, okay. Well, you can park." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So the rivalry is deep, huh?
I'm just happy I wore a gray shirt. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
If I wore purple, I think I would have been in trouble. So now we're moments away from the start of the third quarter, and this is key for McAdory and their quest for an undefeated regular season. It'll be the first under their head coach, Arvia Holmes, in his 5th overall season. This is his best start since he's been here on campus, building something that can withstand most things. He said, remember, we talked to him at the beginning of the season that he wanted to put his players in a lot of uncomfortable situations because he felt as if when they were stressed, that's when they started to break. And now he's starting to see his team show resilience.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of resiliency. And one thing about a good coach, they're going to put their players in the best position to be successful. And I think Coach Holmes done a great job of putting his team in a good position to be successful. I mean, they're playing physical, they're playing fast, and at the same time, they play smart football. So him and his coaching staff have done a great job of putting their team in an uncomfortable situation in order to accept challenges like they have endured all year.
And for Coach Patterson, they're hanging their hat on tradition. 38-3 so far with him at the helm as we have our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and it goes out of bounds, and the third quarter is underway. So it will be McAdory who will have the ball since it was Hueytown who won the Shops of Grand River coin toss and was able to receive the opening kick. You can see Justin Patton trying to get his last few warm-up throws.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
And for McAdory, they said, nope, we don't want to take it at a certain yard line. We want you to re-kick it because we think we can get a longer return. So now Jesus Sosa will have to really put his foot into it to get it to the end zone. So now, once again, our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. We've already had a good return by Marvin Sanders. Sanders hits the ground. The ball is loose. He picks it up, and now he's going to try to return it. Wow, he breaks one tackle, but he can't break another, but he gets it out to the 20-yard line.
Wow.
That was dangerous by Sanders. And you know what? He made it work.
Yeah, very risky right there. You see, he almost caught the ball, then he fell to the ground, but then tried to make something work. I mean, he tried to juke somebody, then he just kept going to the side. It was a great tackle good coverage by the kickoff team right there.
Man, that was just a dangerous play. Quintrell Jackson was right there to make the tackle. Wow. Justin Patton now on the field. And in the first half, only 3 of 6 for 11 yards through the air, 6 of 17 rushing the ball. From the 21. Patton looking to throw, and he's going to throw it long. He has a receiver, and it's intercepted. Wow, Jeff Garrett gets the pick, and now he's going to be on the return. Here comes Garrett. Flags and huge hits, and Garrett is pushed out of bounds finally. But we've got some laundry all over the place. We've got a few bodies down. Man, the carnage out here at McAdory Stadium.
There's a lot going on in that last play right there.
Now, the thing that I think some of these players don't realize is a helpless player can also be charged on the team that's returning it or the team that's defending it. So it's multiple penalties right now. And now we got to see what supersedes what. And our officials are trying to make sure they got it right. They got a lot of things going on here. And Hueytown's just trying to make sure they got it right and see what's going on.
There are 3 fouls on the play, all on the defense. Is holding on the defense prior to change of possession. That penalty will be accepted. After change, we have a block in the back on the defense, and we have a second block in the back on the defense. Both of those fouls will be declined. The holding penalty results in a first down.
So after all of that, McAdory holds on to possession, and they get a first down. And Coach Patterson is like, man, this is just not my night right now. So now 1st and 10 from the 31. Darian Johnson, check that, Kawan Johnson in the backfield. They're going to give it to Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle. Here comes Kawan. He gets enough for the first down. Once again, making a nice play out of the backfield.
Yeah, Johnson did a good job of getting down here right there on the inside zone. Got past the first and second level, but one thing about him, he's very explosive, and he's going to find the hole. Once he finds it, he just hits it very hard, and that's what he did right there in this last play.
Salvatore's first down, now at the 44-yard line, are the Yellow Jackets of McAdory. And he's dragging him. Kawan Johnson once again making a strong play using his legs.
Yeah, Kawan Johnson said, I would not be denied. He takes the ball, and he's doing a good job of running behind his offensive lineman. They're doing a good job of creating holes for him. And once he sees the hole, he's just going to continue to hit it. And one thing that these linemen is doing all night of just blocking their tails off and just getting some good blocks and good movement up front.
2nd and short. Carter Johnson is in as a H-back. Looking to throw his Patton. Throws it, and incomplete, intended for Briggs. And there is a flag on the play.
pass interference defense. 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
You got to turn your head. He doesn't turn his head.
Never turned it at all.
And he finally turns it a little bit after the ball hit him in the back. So another first down. Now the ball at the 32-yard line. Four wide receivers, and Johnson, the only back in the backfield, along with Patton. So now, with 5 seconds left, they got to hurry up, get the play off. They do get it off in time. Patton with some time, getting some pressure on the backside, wide open. And it's Carter Fagan into the end zone for a touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And the student body goes wild as the Yellow Jackets expand their lead.
Well, we all know what Carter Fagan can do. Once he gets the ball, once he makes the ball, he's very explosive. And that's what you seen right there in the last play. Was very patient in the end, was very patient. Good read right there. And that offensive lineman did a great job of protecting the quarterback. He knew who he wanted to go to. A good route, good catch. And he just got the ball and just went on to the end zone right there.
10:04 left here in the third quarter, and Carter Fagan, who has relatively been silent most of this game, now comes alive when they need him. Hector Rico for the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it's good. 10:04 left, and will the Tombstones come up for the Gophers? Oh, we'll see. Right now, the Gophers got to dig their way out of a hole. Stay tuned. And let's take a look at our fans, our Children of Alabama Smile Cam. Yeah, there we go. There's some of the younger fans right there. And everybody's saying hello. You know, it is a social event. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one will go right at the goal line. And good open field tackle. And that's what you want to see from Marvin Sanders. Now, he can do it as a returner, but he can also do it as a tackle.
Yeah, you see right there, that was a great kickoff coverage. He flew downfield and made the tackle. He got him right there by the ankles. That was a good tackle right there.
So now Hueytown deep in their own territory, trying to see if they can continue the momentum that they had from their 14-point second quarter. Four wide receivers, Robinson in the backfield, along with the quarterback, Jaden Powell. Robinson trying to find a hole, but this time he can't find the opening, and Jaden Bennett was right there to say hello. And our scoring summary brought to you by Fortis Institute. It's 4 plays, 69 yards. Carter Fagan with a 32-yard reception. And remember, Fortis, your life powered by learning. And Robinson on that play where he really had nowhere to go, looks like he's being helped off the field. Well, he's walking off on his own, but he's hurting a little bit. So now it looks like Telly Simmons is going to come in and be the running back. And here comes Powell out of the shotgun. Making a throw, good reception. That gets him out of the hole. Antonio Porter there with the catch.
Yeah, great throw, good catch, definitely by a receiver. Offensive lineman gave him some great time, and he was able to make a great throw and a great catch right there.
So now they'll move the chains. It's Salvatore's first down, getting them out of the hole. They're out now at the 29-yard line. Simmons still in at running back. They're going to give it to Simmons, and he goes nowhere fast. He's just pushed around. He's like, wow, okay, that just wasn't my thing.
They were all over Simmons on that last play.
That's Jaden Bennett and company right there to make the play. Yeah,
once he soon took the handoff, 51, I mean, he was all over. I mean, that was a great tackle right there. Jaden Bennett.
So now second down and 10.
Let's go, D!
Ball at the 29. Powell. Flare out to Simmons. Does he make the catch? I think in that situation, he wants it to be an incomplete because it would have been a catch for a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, right behind him, and it bounced off the turf. So now third down and 10. They need to get out really to the 40-yard line to make sure they have enough for the first down. Now 4 wide receivers. Closest one to us is Antonio Porter here on the near side. Back is Robinson. They're going to try a wide receiver screen, and he bounces off like a pinball and keeps his feet. It's Kamar Eatman, and he's able to get enough for the first down and move the chains, and he was more like a pinball on that one.
Yeah, it looks like they're finding their momentum right here. As you can tell it's going to be a screen because the offensive lineman maybe blocked for like 1 or 2 seconds, then they released to the second level. But once he threw the ball to the receiver right there, that was a great catch and great completion right there.
Salvatore's first down, and here we go. Keeping it on the ground is Robinson, but he gets flipped up by DeLeon Chambers, who makes a good ankle tackle.
Chambers was all on that play. He blew it up, he seen it, and a really great tackle right there on that play.
Less than 8 minutes to play here in the third. Hueytown needs a touchdown to try to keep pace with McAdory. Give to Robinson. Robinson trying to find some room, but it is McAdory that's playing disciplined defense and able to make the play. Once again, a good defensive play there by Jamal Jackson.
McAdory does a great job of getting to the ball. I mean, once they recognize where the ball is going, they do a good job of just swarming to the ball.
Third down and 10. Getting the call from the sideline. Everybody trying to make their adjustments. Powell throws. Oh, no! In and out of his hands is Quintrell Jackson. And I know he wants that one back.
That's a play right there, Quintrell Jackson. You just have to have it right there. I mean, enough yards for the first down. Hit you right in the hands right here. You can see right here the quarterback was rolling out. He knew he wanted to go to Quintrell Jackson all along, but that's a catch you just have to have. Looked like he wanted to kind of take off running, but first you have to catch the ball.
So now Jesus Sosa will be on for the punting duties. And now this one is a little short but returnable. And here comes McAdory. Here comes Carter Fagan. Carter Fagan gets into Golden Gopher territory. Great job by the junior wide receiver.
He's very explosive. He can do a lot of things. He played wide receiver. And as you can see right here, they just gave him to him on the punt return. But once he found the ball, he did a good job of exploding once he got to the corner and got to the outside. And just did a good, almost stutter step, but just did a good job of just getting out of bounds right there on that punt return.
So now McAdory with a lead, but no lead is safe in this game.
Turn, holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
And remember, even our fans here at McAdory know that after the game, we'll have our bus stop of the game. And that'll be our best defensive play. And remember, it is the law in every state that drivers always stop for a school bus when they see the stop arm out and the red lights are flashing. So now it will be 1st and 10 inside the 30 down to the, make it the 23-yard line. Here we go. Flare pass out to Davis. Davis able to make something happen out of that one. He's able to get about 7 yards on that pass reception. 2nd and short now. Justin Patton doing a masterful job so far tonight. Ten seconds left on the play clock. They got to get the play off. Here comes Patton. Patton wants to run, but this time he can't get out of the arms of Donovan Moore, who just reached out and grabbed it.
Donovan Moore had a great tackle right there. Did a good job of putting pressure on the quarterback. Once he shocked, he shed it, got off the offensive lineman. But once he got off of him, was able to reach out and have a tackle for a loss right there with a great tackle.
3rd down and short. .15 seconds left on the play clock. Here comes the call from Justin Patton. Davis. Oh, they're going to flick it all over the head of Carter Fagan.
They're doing a good job of making sure they know where Carter Fagan is at all times tonight. That was great coverage right there. And they looked like they did their homework and they watched some film, and they were all over that pass right there.
And Justin Patton, I think he was trying to say he couldn't see the other athlete. So now Alan Rosales is back to punt. And a nice high snap. Robinson's going to take it inside his own 20. Can't find anywhere to run. Can't run, can't hide. And a good open field tackle there by Christian Green. We'll take a break. Wow, look at that moon. Yeah, that's a keeper right there. Which team will be supreme? Stay tuned. Tonight's Friday Night Rivals Championship Trophy provided by Crown Trophy. And what a nice trophy it is. The winning team will get to hoist that up in the air and celebrate. Be more than just a big region win you would have won on Friday Night Rivals. and he just couldn't find the ball. Jaden Powell has to fall on top of it, and his center just hiked the ball, and he's trying to figure out what in the world was going on. Lamero Sanders just snapped the ball.
Wow, you have to be aware right there. The quarterback wasn't even looking. He didn't even have his hands ready, but you just have to be aware right there. But as we always say, good job of falling on the ball, living for another down.
So now all the way back inside the 10-yard line. Powell looking to throw. Reception made. Great job there by Eatman, and Eatman is on his feet. Here comes Kamar. Got 2 men to beat, and he gets knocked out of bounds by Braylon Ellington. But a great play, great recovery by the Golden Gophers.
Good way to answer off the last play he just had. I mean, a very explosive play. He had a good job of going through his progressions. Offensive line gave him some time to make his right read, and a very explosive play. And it was a call right there by Kamara Williams. I mean, great catch. And once he got the ball, he just exploded and was able to get another for a first down and plus more yards.
Makes it all the way to the 20-yard line. And here come the Gophers. Quick pass, reception made. Porter, look at Antonio Porter drag a defender inside the 10 for another first down.
They may have found their momentum right here. Two back-to-back positive plays right here. Once you quarterback have time, a quick pass right there and able to get enough yards and got enough yards to get off all the tackles right there.
So now Salvatore's first down, and they're in the Window World red zone. And now we're looking at 1st and goal from about the 7-yard line. Quick pass, reception made. He tries to stretch it out, but he is just short. Good catch by Colby Coleman.
Good catch right there, but he wasn't just able to get in the end zone right there. Tried to stretch it out on this play right here, but you can tell he was able to get the catch, but he wasn't able to get in the end zone. Looked very close right there, but it wasn't enough for the touchdown.
Now looking at 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line as the band of gold continues to perform. Gophers need a score here in order to stay pace with McAdory. Direct snap to Robinson into the end zone. A.J. Robinson for the score, and Hueytown gets another City of Bessemer touchdown. And they're back in this ball game.
Way to answer right there. That was a good drive right there. They started off a bad snap. A bobble snap, but they had some explosive plays right there. And that was a good way to respond right there. You can tell right here this play basically just snapped it on right to him, and he got enough for the touchdown. It was very explosive and just pushed his way into the end zone for 6 points.
So now Sosa on for the point after attempt. And it's Robinson, yes, that A.J. Robinson, Agent Zero, who's the deep snapper, but we do have a flag.
If defense, that penalty is declined, repeat the try.
So now Sosa gets another opportunity for the point after attempt. Kick is good. And now we've got a 2-point game. McAdory still with the lead, but the Golden Gophers is able to once again snatch the momentum here at McAdory Stadium. Now, I'm just going to say this. Could that penalty have been a ruse to try to make the defense go to sleep, which they did?
Yeah. I definitely think it could have been. I can tell you right now, Hueytown, they responded in a great way. They drove the ball downfield, but now McAdory, they're going to have to see what they can do, see what they did wrong on that last drive, and try to make an adjustment on defense from here on out.
What a turn of events here, and for Coach Holmes, he's got to keep his guys grinding because now it's once again back to a 2-point game between these two rivals. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And they'll take it at the 10. and running. Here comes Sanders again. And Marvin Sanders, he's got well over 100 yards just in return yards tonight. And Sanders really has been the tip of the spear, giving McAdory great field position.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great on special teams in general. I mean, earlier in the game, he had a good tackle down here on the kickoff coverage, but a while ago, he just had a nice return right here on the kickoff. So he's been doing great, and that's what you want in a good special teams player.
Quan Johnson now in the backfield along with Patton. 3:33 left here in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. 4 wide receivers. Going to keep it on the ground, able to make about 2 or 3 yards.
Quan Johnson was very patient right there on the trap play, ran behind his offense, ran behind his lineman. Didn't get much yards, but he got enough for a few yards.
All right, now we're looking at second down and about 7 to go. Darian Davis in the backfield along with Patton. Patton looks like he wanted to run, couldn't make up his mind. Just couldn't make it up. He saw Carter Fagan there, and he's like, I'm going to get you the ball. Just went a little bit too low. Time is not on their side. 22 seconds left here on the play clock, trying to get everybody aligned with 5 wide receivers with Davis split out on the near side. Now they say check with me. They're going to make an audible to the play. He calls it out. Patton. Now he's going to run. He has enough for the first down and more, and smartly slides down. And another Salvatore's first down. They'll move the chains, and they're going to call him down right at the first down marker.
Very smart play. I mean, he took off. He got enough for the first down. He was like, I'm going to be way to be aware and just get down. You already got the first down. Don't try to make nothing special, but way to be aware right there by the quarterback.
Darian Davis in the backfield along with Justin Patton. Trying to break through is Davis. They're saying it's a fumble. We got to see if it's officially a fumble. Nope. They're saying it's second down. Let's see exactly what happened. Davis carrying the ball. Yeah, he was already down.
They got it out of his hand once he got to the ground.
4 wide receivers now, second down. So now he's saying check with me again. Davis in the backfield along with Patton. Looking to throw his Patton. Patton can't find anybody, and now he's off to the races. Gets enough for the first down, dives forward, and goes down right at about the 31-32-yard line. Another first down, and they'll move the chains again.
Yeah, Patton's doing a good job of going through his progressions, but once he don't see what he's looking for, he's going to take off, and that's what a great quarterback does. Once they don't know what they're going to have, they can't just sit back there all day, and he's got enough for the positive yards, and which resulted in the first down. So that was very smart by the quarterback, Patton.
1:27 left to play here in the third. Here we go. Able to make a play is Davis. Nice cutback by Darian Davis. Gets enough for the first down, and inside the 20 is Agent Zero, and we do have a player down.
Probably one of the best cutbacks I've seen all year. was very smart. He was very aware and was able to cut back and get a lot of positive yards. And he's not going to go down. You're going to have to come with it if you're going to get this young man down.
And looks like we still got a player down. And that looks like it's Dylan Moore, but he looks like he wants to get up. And good to see Moore able to walk off. And looks like he may be back. He's walking off on his own power. 1 minute left to play here in the third. First and 10. They can get a first down here in the Window World red zone without scoring. Patton gives it to Darian Davis. Davis sees a huge hole, and he stretches into the end zone, high-stepping. Another City of Bessemer touchdown, the second touchdown of the night for Davis.
Beautiful run by Davis. I mean, he's been like that all night. He knows what he's going to do, and once he hit the hole, he's going to hit it. I mean, he's very explosive, and he's going to get downhill, and he's going to get defenders off of him. You take a look at it right here. He knew what it was. He wanted to go outside. He bounced it inside, hopped over another defender, and just basically high-step and plunged his way into the end zone. Great touchdown by Darian Davis.
Now, once again, they expand the lead. Point after attempt is up, and it's no good. Now, those bugaboos may come back to haunt them.
Yeah, you always want to make sure you get those extra points right there. You don't want to leave no points off the board. And those things, like you said, they can come back and hunt you sometimes, so you have to make sure you get those free points whenever it's available.
37 seconds, and you see Davis right there trying to hydrate himself. Most likely trying to get ready for that fourth quarter.
Yeah, he know the fourth quarter. Hey, fourth quarter is the last quarter, so you got to give it all you got. So he's trying to get pumped and hydrated.
And, you know, if they did have pizza on the sideline, they would love to have Salvatore's Pizza. It's a time now for our Salvatore's Pizza break. And remember, they have 4 convenient locations in the Birmingham area. Mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off your Salvatore's order. And there are, I think those are the, oh, no, that's the band. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Band of Gold. Yeah, they're having a good time. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Alan Rosales taken at the 5. Here comes Robinson. A.J. Robinson. He's trying to make it something happen beyond midfield. Here comes Robinson. 20, 10, one man to beat into the end zone. Agent Zero strikes again. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
Wow, way to answer right there. I mean, he knew what they needed. What a great play right there. Very explosive play. They kicked it to him, and he just took it all the way to the end zone. And that's a great momentum shifter right here going into the fourth quarter. That's what they needed, and that was the perfect time to have that touchdown return right there. Wow.
I'm telling you, these Golden Gophers know how to put you to sleep.
Yes.
And they know how to strike fast.
Just look at those blocks and then getting through those gaps. I mean, once he finds his crease and everything, I mean, wow.
Robinson, I'm going to say it right now, he is a all-around football player.
Yes, can do everything.
There's not one thing that can define him. Now remember, those 2 missed extra points now may come back to haunt McAdory. They're only up now by 2. And here come Hueytown.
That's why you have to connect on those points right there.
Wow, what a return by the Golden Gophers. And now they're going to go for 2. And Robinson's back in as the running back with Powell in at quarterback. Looking for a quick throw, and it's good. Keegan Horn with the reception, and just like that, We're all tied up at 29.
Wow, but they answered the bell. I mean, they knew what they needed to do. They just executed, and they did some great plays. And right now, he's very hyped, and I can see why. I mean, they're in the game now.
Nice, easy pass into the end zone. And remember, he's such a large guy, Keegan Horn, he can box out anybody that's trying to defend him.
Yes.
So now the momentum swing in this game has just been going back and forth. What a ball game. Now we're all tied up at 29. So Sosa on to do the kicking, another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Here comes Sosa. And here comes Melvin Sanders. Can he answer? Here comes Melvin Sanders. Sanders trying to answer Sosa with a touchdown-saving push-out. Great job by Melvin Sanders.
Wow, he had one job, and he executed his job. He pushed him out of bounds, make sure they didn't return the touchdown, and that was a good way of making sure he don't rescore. But he's very patient right there. But once he sees his hole, he does a good job of taking off, just exploded. But the kicker really, literally saved the touchdown right there. Good job of getting him out of bounds.
So now already in Golden Gopher territory is the Yellow Jackets. Wow, this game is going back and forth. Darian Davis in the backfield. Patton throws it, and he has a receiver in Carter Fagan. Fagan trying to find the end zone, spins. He's in. Touchdown. Yellow Jackets, another City of Bessemer touchdown. And just like that, McAdory has the lead again.
Wow, McAdory, way to answer right there. But a guy like Carter Fagan, you have to know where he's at all times, because when he gets the ball, he can be explosive, and he's been showing it all night. But he definitely just showed it on that touchdown. Great catch, great throw. Way to put them in the end zone.
Wow. What a pitch and catch.
Wow.
So now Hector Rico on for the point after attempt. And this time he gets it through. And now the lead is 7 once again.
Wow. See him right there. He just, once he get it, he took it to the end zone. He drew one defender, but they tried to tackle him right there, but he just plunged his way to the end zone right there. He's very explosive. I mean, he does a great thing. He's a very great player. And once he gets the ball in his hand, you have to know where he's at on the field at all times.
So now 6 seconds left here in the third. What a third quarter we have had tonight. And now the McAdory band, the student body, they are hyped up as we wind down the third quarter. Now the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. They're going to squib it. Up back, and it goes through his arms. The ball is loose. Oh, my goodness. And Kamar Williams-Eatman able to get that ball. Now we got some guys pushing and shoving. But that was some high drama because the ball just bounced almost over. Well, it bounced over his head. Oh, man.
Wow.
They got some folks at home walking out of their room. They're like, I can't. They're like, this may be too much for me tonight. Supposed to be winding down, not winding up. And they got some folks going out on the town. They're like, wow, I can't leave.
Yeah.
There you go. We're happy that you're staying with us. 3 seconds left here on the clock in the third quarter. Robinson in the backfield along with Powell. And we've got a flag. Looks like we may have had a little movement.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
So now, once again, a penalty. That's what we saw. We saw a high snap deep in their own territory, and then next thing you know, boom, you know? So here we go. 1st and 15. Powell, and he's going to find Coleman, and Coleman able to get those negative yards back and bring up 2nd down and 9, but that will end what has been a very, very entertaining third quarter. Oh,
wow.
Put the Gophers in the ground. Well, the Gophers can burrow in and out of the ground, and right now they're in there fighting as McAdory has a 7-point lead, but Hueytown is right on their heels. Fourth quarter coming up next. Friday Night Rival continues. Friday Night Rivals needs to spend a special shout out to King Boys Towing and Recovery. Not only is this the best picture in America of some guys who run tow trucks, but they also get our scissor lifts, all our heavy equipment out to the locations in a safe and timely manner. Thank you, King Boys Towing and Recovery. Yeah, he has to stay up there. It's a little cool when you're in the elevations at night out here in the Magic City. Golden Gophers trying to get something going. Powell makes the throw a little bit high and incomplete. That one intended for Antonio Porter. Hueytown has really stayed in this game with big plays.
Play, holding on the defense. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot, results in a first down.
Now, all of a sudden, it looks like McAdory is shooting themselves in the foot, giving Hueytown some opportunities to keep drives alive.
Yeah, McAdory, they have to be smart. They have to just continue to play discipline, and don't hurt themselves right here just because, I mean, you don't want to continue to have these negative plays with these negative flags right here, so just continue to play smart and be disciplined.
4 wide receivers now. Keeping it on the ground is Robinson, and he's able to spin and get about 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, nice play on the inside zone by Robinson. He did a good job of following his offensive lineman, and once they open the hole up for him, he's going to hit it and go downhill, and that's what he's been showing all night.
2nd down and 4. 3 wide receivers on the far side and a bunch of linemen with one on the near side. Now they're going to send someone in motion. Here comes Powell. Nice pass pass over to Robinson, and what a job. He gets a first down into Yellow Jacket territory, and A.J. Robinson is putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, that was a good wheel route right there. You see him coming out of the backfield. He knows he's going to hit him right there, and he got enough yards for the positive first down right there, and he's just been all over the place all night, A.J. Robinson.
Salvatore's first down. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Now they're checking on their armbands for the right play call. They're going to give it to Robinson. He's going to reverse field and may have gained 1 yard on the play. So now 2nd down and 9. Robinson, so far tonight, has about 60 yards in rushing, and he's got quite a few in receiving, too. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Now he's going to run it. Here comes Powell. Gets close to the first down. Smartly goes out of bounds.
Did a good job of getting out of bounds. I mean, one thing about this offensive lineman, they're giving him the time, and they're protecting him pretty well. Once he has enough time, he can make the plays he needs, and he's just being very patient. But once he's seen nothing was there, he did a good job of just taking off and getting out of bounds and getting out of play and living for another day.
3rd down and short for the Golden Gophers as they trail by 7. Robinson finds a hole. Nice stutter step. He keeps his feet, spins, and he's still on his feet. Here comes Robinson. Once again, Agent Zero does it again, and he's down to the 10-yard line. What a run.
Man, he's just showing what he's really made of tonight. I mean, he's putting his team on his back. Looked like he wanted to go to the inside zone right there, but that kind of closed up right there a little bit. Then he just bounces off that tackle right there, spins out, and then just goes to the other side. I mean, he's just being very versatile, being all over the place tonight.
Robinson once again finds a hole. Now he's trying to drag some defenders. He's in the Window World red zone, and he's stopped at about the 6-yard line. Doesn't go down, though.
One thing about him, he's really physical.
And now Telly Simmons is going to give him a break. I think that he needs to sit down for a spell. There you go. Like, woo, I need to breathe. All right.
Some water.
He's like, I'm falling over here in the water, man. There you go, water. Now they can get a first down without scoring. They need to get to the 1. So now we're looking at 2nd down and about 5. And Telly Simmons in for the touchdown. And now they're 1 point away from tying it 2 from taking the lead.
Wow, I mean, they just scored. They just answered the bell. They answered right in. I mean, as soon as Agent Zero went out, Telly Simmons just came in and said, man, I got your back. And he went right into the end zone for a touchdown right there. Good play right there by the offensive team.
Take another look. Simmons just coming in to spell A.J. Robinson. He gets on the board with a touchdown. Here's a point after attempt. Kick is up, and it's good. And once again, we're all tied up at 36. When we come back, hey, it's a whole new ball game. Everybody's even Stevens. We're all knotted up at 36, 9:23 left in regulation. Stay tuned. all tied up at 36 apiece. And remember, at the culmination of this game, we will be naming the Drummond Company Player of the Game. And remember, show your appreciation for an outstanding teacher. Go to abc3340.com/Drummond Cares to nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. And the Hueytown band is having a good time. Here comes Jesus Sosa with the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And Sanders again trying to get a return. And this time Sanders goes down. Good open field tackle by Jadon Moore, the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, he was all over that. And way to get down there and cover and stay in your lanes. But once he found out where the ball was at, good job of just being all over that tackle.
And another Fortis Institute scoring summary, 8 plays, 81 yards, ate up 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it was Kelly Simmons with a 7-yard touchdown run. So now, still too early to put this game on ice, and the score is knotted up at 36. Let's see, Patton's going to have to lead them towards the end zone. Here comes Davis, and Davis is brought down, but there is a flag. Donovan Moore brings him down, but there's a late flag.
They spill it. We got people out there to follow.
And let's see what the infraction.
Personal foul. Defense. Or penalty. First down.
And that's easy to spot when you see that guy's head leaning over and he's trying to run the other way.
Yeah, that side judge, I mean, they can see all that, and he did a great job of making that call right there.
So now first down at the 41-yard line, and McAdory continues to march on. Keeping it on the ground is Davis. Davis goes wide, and he pays the price for it as he's brought down by Amari Davis.
Looked like he initially wanted to go inside, but once everything close to the inside, it was clogged up. Tried to bounce it outside, but he wasn't successful on that as well. And the defense did a good job of finding the ball, and not only finding the ball, but making the tackle right there where the tackle needed to be made.
Second down and long. McAdory has found some success with some timely passing. Patton with some time. And he throws it. Almost intercepted. Now they may have a flag. Ja'Cory still saying that he wants a flag, but no flag to be had. And Keegan Horn was really applying that pressure.
Yeah, Keegan Horn, he came with it. I mean, once he got off the defender, he was right there. As you can take a look at this play right here. Once he see it, he realized quarterback rolling out. But Keegan Horn, I mean, he's all over him right there, forced him to throw the ball and then lead intended catch. So that was a good pressure right there by the defensive end, Keegan Horn.
And the McAdory defender using that hand in a way that the officials couldn't see. Third and long now for the Yellow Jackets with 5 wide receivers. And looks like they may take the penalty. So McAdory called the timeout prior to the play clock expiring. So now if you're Coach Holmes, RJ, what do you think he needs to do when it's third and it's another active equipment coach's call?
Yeah, I mean, it's third down right here. I think coaches, they're doing a good job once they put the ball on the ground. But right here, I think you just try to put the ball in the air. And just, it don't have to be an explosive play. It don't have to be a down the field. But as long as you get enough positive yards to get the first down, I think will be a good play right here for Coach Holmes.
Okay, I like your equipment coach's call. But it is third down. And the Gophers are not in the ground yet. With it all tied up at 36. There's the student body. They're having a good old time. 5 wide receivers again for the Yellow Jackets. Hueytown bringing the pressure. Patton's trying to get away, and he can't. Donovan Moore once again makes a play. Kingston Carter is down for Hueytown. Let's take another look.
Yeah, Donovan Moore has been all over them tonight. I mean, you can see he got off the defender and that was a key tackle right there, and he showed up big. That's what good players do in moments. They make great plays like that, and that was a good tackle right there in the moment.
And looks like he rolled up on Kingston Carter, the sophomore defensive lineman. And it may be Kingston may have pulled his hammy. All right, there we go. So they're definitely going to take another look at him to see if he's okay. So now here comes McAdory and Hueytown. 7:59 left to play. It's 4th down. And they're going to punt. Alan Rosales right there to do the punting. That's the alignment that they have set up. Could they fake it? Who knows? Hueytown is eager to get the ball back as it's tied at 36. Here's the snap. And it's going to take a McAdory bounce inside the 10 and down at the 5. What a punt by Rosales. 7:36 left. RJ, what do you think Hueytown needs to do now? And what do you think McAdory needs to do?
I mean, obviously, Hueytown, you want to get in the end zone, but at the same time, you want to just try to stall as much clock as you need to. But when it comes to McAdory, you need to have some key stops right here. You want to limit as much as big plays. You want to be explosive, but at the same time, you want to make sure that everything stays in front of you so that you have a chance to get the ball back and try to go downfield and score. Because I know Hueytown is going to try to be explosive right here and get in the end zone.
Here come the Golden Gophers. Powell, and the reception made by Porter. Will they call it a catch? Nope. Looks like they're not going to call it a catch. It'll be 2nd down. And you can see Powell saying that was on me. He didn't get that pass right where he wanted it. So now, 2nd down and 10. Everybody getting their play, looking at their armbands, their wristbands. Right from his own end zone. Powell's got to get rid of it. He does, throws it long, has a receiver, and it's a catch by Jackson. Quintrell Jackson, one man to beat. Oh, my goodness. The Golden Gophers score again. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. What a play.
Very explosive play. I mean, you see the quarterback, Jaden Powell, he was backed up in his own end zone, but once the linemen give him good pass protection and great time to do what he needs to do, you see what can happen right there. Great explosive play, good ball, and a definitely great catch. Had one man that tried to get him, but nowhere near him, and he just bounced the end zone right there, and he just marched his way onto the end zone. Wow, what a very explosive play by Hueytown.
95-yard touchdown pass. And we still got 7 minutes left to play.
Wow.
Every time you think the Golden Gophers are out of it, they strike fast. Flag, stoppage of play here on the point after attempt.
Prior to the snap, coach on the defense. That penalty is declined. Repeat the try.
And it's McAdory trying to see if they can get a block. Now, you've been trying to write down the big plays. I think you're running out of paper.
I know, man, because every time I try to think it's going to be over, something else happens.
Sosa with the kick, and it's good. And for the first time tonight, the reigning region champs, the Golden Gophers, go long out of their own end zone, and they find a way to score and take the lead. Friday Night Rivals continues after this. We've got a lot of heavy offensive work going on tonight here between McAdory and Hueytown. Here's our Fortis Institute scoring drive. 2 plays, 95 yards, 95-yard touchdown reception by Quintrell Jackson. Pass from Jaden Powell. So now we'll see if McAdory can answer our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And it's short, but returnable. Here comes Melvin Sanders. Sanders keeps his feet. Here comes Melvin. And he just refuses to go down, but he finally does get on the ground. And we got a flag. And we do have a player down for Hueytown. And let's see what the official call will be. Jacoby Rogers is the player who's down, but let's see what the official flag will be.
After the play was over, personal foul on the return team, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard.
So unnecessary roughness on the return team. So now for Coach Holmes, he's got to try to get his team to see how resilient they are. All the work that they did during the offseason in the summer to try to put them in uncomfortable situations. Let's see if it goes to work right now, because right now they are in an uncomfortable situation, being down by 7. First down from the 22. Patton, flare out to Davis. Davis, oh man, good pursuit defense. And Jeff Garrett right there to make the final hit to knock him out of bounds.
That's one thing I've noticed in the second half, they've been very resilient and they've flying to the ball. Once they know where the ball is, they get downhill and tracking right there. And Keegan Horn is just doing a good job of pursuing the defense, and everybody's just getting to the ball.
Second down and 11. They say he lost a yard on the reception. Patton's going to hand it off. And going backwards is Darian Davis, and this defense of Hueytown is playing some inspired football.
Take a look at it right here. I mean, gave to the ball, wanted to get the inside. Once he got right there, but bounced out. But, I mean, defender right there, Antoine Witt, was all over that. And that was a good tackle right there, along with some other defenders who finished the tackle off as well.
Less than 7 minutes to play. Third down. They need to get beyond the 30 for a first down. Justin Patton trying to guide his team to tie this game up. Patton looks to throw, and he finds his receiver in Carter Fagan, and Fagan has enough for the first down, and another Salvatore's first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, they needed a first down, and Fagan gave them exactly what they needed. But one thing about him, he's very explosive. Once he has the ball in his hand, he's going to make a play. He didn't get a lot of yards, but he got enough for the first down, and he just kind of being smart and just decided to just go on down right there. Was very smart of him. Very great catch.
So now first down at the 40-yard line. for McAdory. Handoff to Davis. Davis is able to power his way close to the 45. Clock continues to run. And for Hueytown, they wanted to run. If you're McAdory, you want to try to slow that clock down.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job right here. They're just trying to make some plays defensively.
Second down. Patton is going to throw it high, and it's batted down. Could have been intercepted, and there's a flag. It looks like Carter Fagan hit the ground, and it may be offensive pass interference. He may have tried to hook the leg of Ja'Cory Steele while he was on the ground.
Pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, distance results in a first down.
And they called it on the defense. Let's take another look. Oh, yeah, he pulls him down. He pulls him down. Oh, man. He's got to know that he's got a back judge. They can see it. Salvatore's first down now into Golden Gopher territory. That's where we find the Yellow Jackets. 5:05 left here in regulation, and they trail for the first time in tonight's matchup. Patton's going to keep it. And he's brought down. Moore again on the tackle.
Patton was trying to stay patient and make something happen, but nothing was really right there, and the defender did a good job of, once he got his hands on him, just getting him down to the ground. Way to be patient and way to make a good form tackle right there.
Inside the 40 to the 39, that's where we find the Yellow Jackets. Trying to draw Hueytown off sides. Patton getting pressure. Now he's running. He's got to get rid of the ball. It's loose. It's loose. No, they say it's down. They say he's down.
Wow.
They say his knee was down. And Justin Patton wants that one back.
They did a great job of creating pressure right there. I mean, he wanted to go one way, tried to go another way. He backed up, but eventually was got down and defender right there. And that's Donovan Moore. He's been very active tonight. He's been over everything. I mean, that young man is playing with a high motor, and that's the type of guy you want in the defensive lineman. He's just making all types of plays.
So now it's third down and forever. They need to get to the 30-yard line of Hueytown for a first. Timeout called with 3:37 left to play in regulation by Hueytown. And this is another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. Overdose can be something that can happen to anybody, anytime, anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app today. This message brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. So now, RJ, if you're McAdory, you got to, I don't know what magic you have, but you got to find a little magic now. You don't have to get all the yards, but you got to get at least 20 of them on this play.
Yeah, you're going to find, obviously, you're going to need to put the ball in the air, but like you said, you're going to have to find something. I mean, maybe you go to Fagan Carter, but something somewhere is going to have to work right here. Need an explosive play, but you also need some yards that's going to set you up for possibly a first down.
3:37 left in regulation. McAdory had a 13-0 lead in the first, and now they trail by 7. Here comes Patton. Patton's going to try to run it. If he can get out of the arms of the defender, and he just can't. Traylon Thompson right there to make the play. That outside linebacker is stepping up big, and you see how hyped he is.
Big play right there. Once he recognized, got outside, He didn't let the quarterback go anywhere. He just knowed the ball at, and that was a very good play right there.
And just like that, the Hueytown Golden Gopher defense forces McAdory to punt. Now, this is an interesting situation for Hueytown because now they'll be in control of the clock and they'll have the ball. Rosales on the punt. And it is going to take a McAdory bounce inside the 5 down to the 1 yard line.
Wow.
What a punt by Alan Rosales. Now, the only problem with this is that Hueytown has already scored from 95 yards out.
Yeah, so we're going to see. It's going to be interesting to see how can they answer right here because when they were backed up once before, hitting an explosive 90-yard touchdown pass. So now we're going to see how can they answer right here. But at the same time, they can also try to control the clock. I mean, going with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. So we're going to see how they're going to answer coming out on this drive right here.
I don't think you worry about the clock right now. You're deep in your own territory. You got to fight out of it. For Coach Holmes, he's got to come up with some type of defensive play to force Hueytown into a turnover or force them to punt so you can give your offense one more shot. Out of the shotgun, here comes Powell. He's going to give it to Robinson. Robinson finds a way to get at least 1 or 2 yards as the clock continues to run as it approaches 3 minutes left here in regulation.
In a situation like that, all you need is a few positive yards. You don't want to get backed up in your end zone to take a safety. So that was a great play right there and able to get some positive yards.
Less than 3 minutes to play. Hueytown has been able to score 43 points after going scoreless in the first quarter. Keeping it on the ground is Robinson. And once again, he's able to get some positive yards. Braylon Glover right there to spin him down for a tackle. So now ball security is crucial. Jefferson County Department of Health timeout.
Defense.
And now McAdory is going to try to use some of those timeouts to see if he can give his offense the ball back with some time. But the key is they've got to get a stop here on third down.
They have to do it as soon as possible. Maybe Coach Holmes and his defensive staff can make something happen or drop something up right here. But whatever they do, it's going to have to work. And it's going to have to work fast right here.
So now I think we could have another act equipment coach's call. RJ, if you're Coach Holmes, do you bring the house on third down? Do you blitz like you haven't blitzed all night and you bring everybody?
Yeah, I think that would be smart right there. You just try to blitz and bring everybody and try to make something happen. But at the same time, if you blitz, you want to make sure you get a good playoff because we know what this offense do. They can be very explosive. So once you blitz, you got to know what you're doing and try to make a play as soon as you can.
Quintrell Jackson is right here on the near side of your screen. In the backfield is A.J. Robinson. Third down and short. It's a direct snap to Robinson. Robinson has the ball. He's going to try to get his way close, and he may be short. They say he's got it. They say A.J. Robinson got enough for the first, but are they moving the chains? Yes, they are. Now, the Salvatore is first down, and they move the chains with a direct snap to Robinson.
Good, smart play right there. I mean, he's taking a few direct snaps tonight, but that play right there was very key and very clutch. He got enough yards for the positive first down, and we see what he can do, and it was just a good execution play right there, enough for the first down.
Clock continues to run. They sprint out Jackson on the near side. Robinson still in. Now Powell back in at quarterback. They give it to Robinson. Robinson is hit, but not before he's able to gain 2, possibly 3 yards.
Timeout. McAdory.
And
the
McAdory.
Third and final timeout of the game.
McAdory's used their final timeout, another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. So now they've run out of time. And what I mean, this has been a heavyweight fight. I told you we should have wore our tuxedos.
Yeah, you definitely said that in the opening.
Got my tuxedo. And for Coach Patterson, he has been stoic. Outside of the first quarter, he was rather vocal then, but he's been rather stoic because he has seen his team literally claw. I'm not sure if Gophers have claws. I think they got some webs and some claws going there a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have clawed their way back into this one, and they have built an offensive monster.
Yes, extremely.
So here we go, second down. Direct snap once again to Robinson. Robinson's going to keep the ball, and he's running it, runs into a pile of black jerseys, but the clock is on their side, and it continues to run. So let's think about it. They get shut out in the first quarter. I'm thinking it's a route for McAdory. And then Hueytown, even though they get penalized, they've got 100 yards worth of penalties.
Wow.
On 10 penalties. But every time they get a penalty, the next play
they may go for it.
All right, third down. A.J. Robinson is still in a direct snap in the Wildcat. Calls for it. He's going to run it. And he's just trying to find a safe place to push forward, but he has just stood up. Now we're down to fourth down. So they're going to let that clock run down as much as they can. And they may even take a penalty. And this young man has proven to be more than just a running back.
Yes, he's been elite all night.
And I repeat, he can deep snap. So this may be his most important deep snap so far this season. And I'm not sure if he deep snaps on punts. He may deep snap on punts. They're going to take the delay, and that's going to leave 5 seconds. Now, on the flip side of that.
Timeout. Hueytown.
Hueytown calls the timeout. Great call by Coach Patterson because remember, for McAdory, you've got Super Agent 19 Marvin Sanders, who has been close at least 3 times, bringing back kicks to score. They put 3 more seconds back on the clock to give it 8 seconds. If you're Coach Holmes, what are you trying to tell your guys right now?
If you're Coach Holmes, just trying to, if they kick you the ball, you're trying to make a smart play and make a great play. Don't let it continue to roll, but just try to get the ball and try to make something happen.
And now you see Hueytown, their special teams are hyped up. They're telling Simmons he's got to get off the field. And they're not punting it. They're going for it. And he's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And it's over. Ball game over with the safety. They take the safety, but get the win.
Wow.
This has been a masterclass by Hueytown.
What a game. What a game.
They are 38-3 in region play. Head coach Greg Patterson just put on a masterclass.
He definitely did. They came out. They didn't have any points right there in the first and second quarter, but then they came out and they executed. They had some penalties, but at the same time, they made up for everything they did. They just had a great play second half. They had some explosive plays, played smart, and they just dominated the whole second half.
And you see the distraught, the first loss of the season for McAdory. These players gave it their all, and they started off with their hair on fire with a 13-0 lead. But Greg Patterson and his squad for the Golden Gophers, they have what McAdory is trying to create, tradition.
Yes.
When you're 38-3 in region play and you're the reigning champs, it shows. We take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. What a ball game tonight on Friday Night Rivals. Stay tuned.